her sentence should be harsher because she assaulted someone campaigning to be a politician. That should be a harsher sentence than her throwing a milkshake at me and you. Because what she's attacking is not only Nigel Farage, not only Reform UK, not only him trying to stand as an MP, she's also attacking in some way our democracy. That you do not have free speech, Nigel Farage. You cannot campaign in this country because you're open to assault. And the fact she got a slap on the wrist reinforces that message.
I want to call this section the crooked courts. And I wanted to speak about one judge in particular. I think you're probably aware of him. He's called Judge Tan Ikram. So this is the judge. And I'm not sure if he's a Muslim or not. He certainly looks Asian or whatever, or Indian or Pakistani or something. Do you remember that on one of the Palestinian marches, there were 3 women wearing suits with paraglider badges on or something like that?
2 black women. It was 2 black women, it was 2 black 20-year-old women.
So I think it said 3 women, but anyway.
So, I saw the pictures of 2 of them,
So basically, the paragliders, for our viewers, were used by Hamas when they came into Israel on October the 7th and killed 1,300 people. It was the mechanism they got for going under the radar. So they were celebrating this.
They were arrested and prosecuted for promotion and celebration of terrorism.
Correct. So this Judge Tan Ikram let them off.
Slap on the wrist they got.
Slap on the wrist. There was a trans person, I think, who was talking about punching a turf, threatening violence against... it may have been Jane.
I remember seeing it was a street demonstration with speakers. And he stood up on stage saying we all should be punching turfs in the face. Again, incitement to
violence. Judge Tan Ikram let him off, basically. The case this week that Judge Tan Ikram tried was the woman who threw a milkshake over Nigel Farage, who was an OnlyFans person or whatever, trying to get publicity. But basically... committed an act of violence through
assault.
And don't forget, it happened to be a milkshake. It could be anything. It could be acid. It could be whatever you know in that situation. So to me, that's a very clear criminal assault that should end in some sort of prosecution, a jail sentence. He freed her as well.
Her sentence should be harsher because she assaulted someone campaigning to be a politician. That should be a harsher sentence than her throwing a milkshake at me and you. Because what she's attacking is not only Nigel Farage, not only Reform UK, not only him trying to stand as an MP, she's also attacking in some way our democracy. That you do not have free speech, Nigel Farage. You cannot campaign in this country because you're open to assault. And the fact she got a slap on the wrist reinforces that message. And I'm not saying that...
But it's okay.
I'm not saying that makes other people want to do it. I'm just saying other people who are predisposed to violence now go, no consequences, is there? Maybe I punch him in the face next time I see a politician I don't like. And then when we get to a stage where a politician like Joe Cox gets murdered in the street, everybody turns around and goes, why did this happen? It's because you don't punish the people who are beginning at the very low level of assaulting politicians. And I don't care who the I don't even like Joe Cox. I disagree with almost everything she ever said. But no way should she ever be assaulted, be attacked, be murdered because of what she believes and what she says. So you might not believe in Nigel Farage. You might think he's a racist, which he's not. You might think he's the most evil man in the world. It doesn't matter, because once we start normalizing assaulting our politicians, somebody always wants to assault a politician.
And so then there was a final case that Judge Tan Ikram was involved in, which was a police officer who was posting jokes on WhatsApp. I don't know what kind of jokes they were, maybe racist, I don't really know, but he was put in jail. So we've got a case here where we've got a judge. This is kind of one of our senior judges in the country, who he's had 4 cases in front of him, One of women supporting a terrorist organisation openly in the streets of London. The second one is a man inciting violence against women. And the third one is somebody throwing an object, potentially dangerous object, at one of our mainstream politicians. He's freed all those people, but he's imprisoned a copper for posting some jokes on WhatsApp. What the hell's going on?
We need to ask, why is he given these cases? Because you can't tell a judge what to do. But if you know certain judges have certain views, he's also the judge that liked stuff on LinkedIn about Palestine and stuff like that. So we know how he thinks.
Yeah.
If we send him the cases we know he doesn't like, he's bound to punish them. Or we send him cases he's sympathetic to, is more like... So there's a way of perverting justice in every country.
Yeah.
And that can be
It's
one
a kind of
ways.
collusion, but it's a kind of unspoken collusion, isn't it? You identify a judge who has particular political views, thinks in a particular way, and you send people to him that you want to get freed, or vice versa. Put in jail, don't you?
Well, you can say something like, you cannot influence a train, but if you lay down the tracks, the train goes in that direction.
Yes, that's a really good point.